Imagine a world where the sun never dips below the horizon for months, or where darkness reigns supreme for just as long. Welcome to the lands of the midnight sun and polar night.
This phenomenon occurs within the Arctic and Antarctic Circles, where Earth's axial tilt creates extreme seasonal light cycles. It's a dance of planetary motion and celestial geometry. Our journey begins in the far north, in places like Norway's Svalbard archipelago. Here, the sun doesn't set from late April to late August. For over 4 months, time seems to lose its meaning. The constant daylight creates an eternal golden afternoon that confuses both body and mind.
Life adapts in remarkable ways. Plants grow rapidly, and animals like reindeer feed almost continuously. The burst of summer productivity is intense and brief.
But what about human inhabitants? Communities in northern Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia have thrived here for millennia, mastering life under the midnight sun. They celebrate this time with festivals, embracing the light. Yet sleeping can be a challenge, often requiring blackout curtains to trick the body into rest.
Now, let's travel to the opposite extreme. The polar night. In the same town, from November to January, the sun never rises above the horizon. This is not pitch blackness, but a prolonged, beautiful twilight. The sky shifts through shades of deep blue, violet, and sometimes a fiery midday glow. The psychological impact is significant. Some experience polar night syndrome, with fatigue and low energy. Communities combat this with light therapy, exercise, and social connection.
Yet the darkness has its own magic. It provides the perfect canvas for the aurora borealis, which dances across the sky with unparalleled frequency and brilliance. Venturing further north, we reach the poles themselves. At the North Pole, the sun rises once in March and sets once in September, just 1 day and 1 night per year.
Antarctica experiences the same cycle, but reversed. When it's midnight sun in the Arctic, it's polar night at the South Pole, and vice versa.
Scientific research stations here, like McMurdo or Amundsen Scott, operate through these extremes. Scientists study everything from climate to astronomy in these unique conditions. Beyond the circles, places like Iceland and Alaska experience civil twilight all night, where the sun just barely dips below the horizon, leaving a perpetual glow. How does this affect our perception of time? Without the sun's daily rhythm, people often rely on clocks and schedules more heavily than their own internal cues. Indigenous cultures, like the Sámi, have ancient wisdom for living in these light cycles. Their traditions and reindeer herding practices are synchronized with the sun's long journey.
The constant sun accelerates plant growth, leading to giant vegetables. Cabbages and potatoes can grow to astonishing sizes with 24 hours of photosynthesis.
Conversely, the polar night forces some animals into hibernation or migration. Others, like the Arctic fox, use the darkness as cover for hunting.
For visitors, the midnight sun offers unique adventures. Hiking at midnight, kayaking under a golden sky, or playing golf in the middle of the night. The polar night invites different pursuits. Dog sledding under the stars, soaking in geothermal hot springs while watching for auroras, or enjoying extreme coziness, or koselig.
Architecture adapts too. Buildings are designed with large windows to capture every bit of light in winter and sophisticated shading for the relentless summer sun.
These light extremes also impact technology. Solar power is abundant in summer but useless in winter, pushing communities to innovate with wind, geothermal, and other energy sources.
The lack of a true night during summer affects astronomy. Observatories in these regions must wait for the darker months to study deep space. Climate change is altering these ancient rhythms. Warmer temperatures affect ice, wildlife, and even the quality of the polar night and midnight sun experiences.
Psychologically, these environments teach resilience. They remind us that our planet offers vastly different realities, challenging our human-centric view of a 24-hour day. The contrast is profound. From the energetic, almost manic productivity of endless day, to the introspective, quiet hibernation of endless night. For photographers, these are paradise. The golden hour can last for hours, and the polar night provides endless opportunities for astrophotography and aurora shots.
These regions are also vital for Earth's climate systems. The polar day and night drive ocean currents and atmospheric patterns that affect weather worldwide.
Living here requires planning. In summer, you stock up on vitamin D and blackout blinds. In winter, you seek artificial light and vitamin-rich foods to stay healthy.
The silence of the polar night is unique. Without the sun, the world feels stiller, quieter, as if the land itself is holding its breath.
Conversely, the midnight sun is alive with sound. Birds singing at all hours, insects buzzing, and the constant trickle of melting snow.
These places on Earth challenge our fundamental assumptions. They show us that day and night are not universal constants, but beautiful, variable experiences. They remind us of Earth's incredible diversity and the delicate astronomical balance that makes life, in all its strange and wonderful forms, possible. So, whether bathed in endless light or embraced by continuous dark, these extremes teach us to appreciate every sunrise and sunset we are gifted.